The KwaZulu-Natal government has committed to ramping up efforts to tackle the problem of hijacked buildings. KZN's MEC for Public Works and Human Settlements says authorities want to prevent the illegal occupation of these buildings.
The danger that we are foreseeing in the whole of this thing is that these people who have hijacked these two buildings, which are the national, foreign nationals, as well as some other group that we are not clear about, might be abusing electricity there, which might lead to the disaster. That is the fear that as the provincial government are worried about.
Why are they not arrested?
I want to indicate that we are new in this portfolio. We are only 3 months, we're rushing for other things. After we had got a briefing that there is this situation, we decided to deal with the matter through our own property management team, which had indicated that these are the numbers of buildings, and then they are coming up with the solutions to the problem. The issue of arresting them will definitely come as the next step. The first step that we have decided that we are going to do is that on Thursday at 6 o'clock, we'll be in the first of these buildings so that we monitor what is going on in those hijacked buildings and then move to the second one, maybe after the monitoring of an hour. And thereafter, we're going to activate the processes of ensuring that they get evicted. But the message that we are giving at the moment is that we have sent a very clear message that they must vacate these buildings because it is illegal for them to get into the private property without permission. And failing which, we are going to mobilize the state resources so that we evict them. If then they resist and they don't want to vacate our buildings, we wanted to give them the assurance that we are going to follow all the procedures and deal with that problem.
Now, MEC, I hear that, and it's commendable that you are sitting at the table and talking about this problem and the steps that are to follow, and what you say is going to happen later on this week. But while that is happening, these particular individuals who are accused of hijacking these particular buildings are at large. They may have even fled your province by the time that an effect to arrest them, it does come into place. So while that happens, they are running loose. Are you not concerned about that?
Yeah, we could have experienced that particular thing, but there's a Zulu saying that says, "Icala kaliboli," which means that if you have committed a crime, and then there must be investigation, if you are found wherever you are, you would get arrested. That's the message that we are sending to them, that if they have done that particular crime, and they must know that they have to face the consequences of committing the crime.
What happens then? What happens? Pardon me, MEC. Pardon me, Nkosi, for coming in there. No, but what happens if the consequences are so deadly that they are now coming to face the music, but it's too little, too late? Should there not be a preemptive strike here, as opposed to waiting for ukuthi iqala aliboli ngoba umonakalo may just happen?
You are quite correct. Let's agree with you that we might have delayed a lot, but as I've indicated, then this is the information that came to my knowledge last week, and that's why that I quickly activated the property management of our own department in order to act swiftly. So, but when we are acting, we want to indicate that we are going to follow all the procedures within the law in order to deal with this type of crime. So we are warning whoever that wishes to do this type of a crime that they are going to face the consequences. You cannot do something wrong and then expect that you are going to clap hands and then ululate. This is not what we are going to do. That's why then we are indicating that we need to mobilize the state resources so that we deal with the type of crime that has been committed.
Are you receiving adequate support? And by that, I mean in terms of the various other bodies that need to be involved in this conversation, i.e. the police, those who need to be assisting your efforts in this particular regard. Are you receiving that support?
Definitely sure. We are going to receive that support. We have spoken to the MEC for Safety and Security that we would request that they accompany us on Thursday morning when we are going to be monitoring that particular situation. After that, then we'll decide on the course of action that needs to be taken against those people who have done the illegal thing in the property of the state.
MEC, I hope we speak again then after that particular operation to see what you found inside, because some of these particular places, there's a lot of concern about the conditions that people are living under, as well as the criminal elements that are finding themselves there.
We will do just that. It is our responsibility to account to the public as public representatives. We will not hesitate when we are invited just to update you as to what we were able to see there, and then we'll then indicate the way forward that we are going to take in order to deal with this sort of a crime. You know, because of one reason, if the disaster strikes, many people will be blaming us as government that we should have prevented this thing. Now we are going to the prevention side of this impending disaster that might happen, where our people will lose their lives because of the criminal elements who are deliberately breaking the law. South Africa is not a banana republic and would need to demonstrate to the criminal elements whether they are foreign or they are national people. This is what we are expected to do. That's what our people elected us to do in order to resolve the problems.